Whoever obeys the Prophet is obeying Allah.
Right.
Yeah?
Whoever
do what the Prophet says.
We do what the Prophet says.
Yeah. So when
right?
the Prophet says, so when the Prophet says,
can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Right. Allah's Messenger said, whoever obeys me obeys Allah, and whoever disobeys me disobeys Allah. I think that's very quite clear and concise. If you disobey Allah and what His Messenger has said, so the Quran is like the Quran is that legislation. The Quran is what God Almighty has revealed. So if we obey what's in the Quran, then of course we shall receive salvation. Hold on, let me finish. If we, what's wrong? Oh, okay, sorry.
Really like vacuum today.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I don't want to disturb your time.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Is it connected? No.
when the Prophet said if you take 7 Ajwa dates,
No, hold on,
it
one
will keep
second.
you safe from poison.
1 second. Bear with me.
Allah,
What you've done, you have circumvented the conversation, and I'll tell you why. Right? You've circumvented the conversation 2 ways. One, we were talking about the divine essence of Jesus with this lady over here, which kept rudely interrupting me 100 times. Right? Well, yeah, but you should have. What we should do. No, but we should set the standard. We should set the standard to a conversation. Anyway, good. Okay, if you want, okay,
you admit that all three are on the same level.
Hold on, 1 second. No, they're not.
They're not on the same level.
Because one is if I obey, I said this to you before, but I don't think you're acknowledging what I'm saying to you at all, or maybe you like to repeat yourself for the fun of it. I don't know, but when we obey the law, right? I am not making myself equal with the law. If I obey the law, does it mean that I'm making myself equal to the legislator of the law? No, I'm not. If I decide to rob the bank, if I went to HSBC and robbed the bank, if I don't obey what the law says, then I am necessarily making myself go to prison, right? Does it mean that I'm making myself equal with the legislator? No, it doesn't. So when the hadith says, whoever obeys me obeys Allah. So whatever Prophet Muhammad said, he says, وَأَتِيءُ اللَّهِ وَأَتِيءُ الرَّسُولِ obey Allah and His Messenger. وَلِلْأَمْرِ مِنْكُمْ and those who are in authority. So those who are in authority are the ones who we should obey if they are obeying what Allah and His Messenger came with. However, there's a disclaimer. If the ruler is saying something other than what Allah, if he is legislating other than what Allah has revealed, then we don't have to obey what the ruler says. Well, it says it here. It says, whoever obeys the ruler, obeys the ruler. Right. But whoever disobeys him, disobeys me. Right? So if we disobey the ruler, if he is commanding good and we obey him, now hold on, let me finish. If we obey what the ruler says, right, then we are following what Allah and His Messenger came with. However, if he comes with anything other than what Allah has revealed, then there is no obedience to the creation if it involves disobedience to Allah. That's number one. Number two, the divinity of Jesus, what we were speaking about before, which you are perfectly circumventing with your friend, right? I asked you earlier in the conversation, right?
We're not going to die.
This is no.
Because I need to respond to what you just said, really.
Go ahead.
Have you got the time? Okay. Let's say I'm the president of America. I'm the president of America, yeah? Right? And I say to people,
it's too much, man.
And I say to people, yeah, that if you obey you're obeying me.
Sorry, come again with the example.
I'm the president.
You're the president.
Yeah. I say if you obey me, so if you obey you're obeying me. And if you disobey you're disobeying me. So now I put you on the same level as me. And then if I say, if anybody you appoint, anyone you choose, if they disobey you, or if they obey you, yeah, they're obeying me. We're all on the same level, because if you disobey you, if you tell them to do something and they don't do it, they're disobeying me. We're on the same level. And if I appoint someone, that person's on the same level as us. Because if you disobey him, you're disobeying you and you're disobeying me. We're all on the same level. So that's what Bukhari said.
Okay, all right. So let's run with that. Let's run with that example.
Chapter 4,
hold on. Let's run with that example. If I'm the president if I'm the president of the United States, right, and I appoint someone else as a vice president, right, and he is acting under me, right, it doesn't mean that we are equal. The vice president and the president, are they equal? Do they share the same role, or do they have a different function? The vice president is not the president. If something happens to the president, then the vice president steps up, right? But the vice president is acting under my instruction.
You have the same authority.
No, he doesn't have the same authority as me.
If you disobey him, you're disobeying me.
Yeah,
You're disobeying you.
because he's acting under me.
Yeah, but he's got your authority.
Wait, hold on 1 second. He has a limited authority. So you recording? Are you right?
Anything he says you should do, you have to do. And then if he appoints anybody, he can choose anybody randomly.
No, hold on 1 second.
He can appoint
Wait,
his son.
wait,
if
1
he appoints
second.
his son,
Yeah.
and you disobey his son, you're disobeying you, and you're disobeying me.
Right, but hold on
We're all
1
the same
second.
level.
No, we're not on the same level.
Oh.
No, we're not. If I'm the president of the United States and I have a vice president called James, James is the vice president. James is acting under me. James is not me.
He has got the same authority.
No, but I'm giving him the authority.
Yeah, so
Hold on
you're
1
the same
second.
authority
No,
yourself.
but he's not equal to me. Hold on. I'm distributing as much as authority that I would like him to have. But he doesn't make decisions. The decision making goes back to the president or those who are in authority. He is acting under me, under my instruction.
Okay.
Right? Hold on, wait, I need to finish. The president and the vice president are not equal, right? Because the vice president acts under my instruction. If I decide to say, okay, do you know what? I want you to send a delegate to Indonesia, for example. I want you to send a delegate. So the delegate is acting under my instruction. So whoever disobeys what I say, that doesn't mean that the delegate is equal to me. That doesn't mean that the delegate is me. No. What it simply means is that they're acting under my instruction. If they disobey what my instruction is, they can be court-martialed, they can be sentenced, they can be sent to prison. It doesn't mean that the vice president and the delegate is me. That's my point. So when the hadith is saying that whoever obeys Allah and obeys his messenger, right? Wait, hold on. And any ruler that's been appointed, it doesn't mean that the ruler is equivalent to the Prophet or Allah. It just simply means that the ruler is acting under what the Prophet Muhammad has legislated. If you disobey that, then you disobey the Prophet. If you obey what the Prophet has said, you're obeying what the ruler said. So I think your understanding is very convoluted, my friend.
So let's say the president goes into a coma, yeah? The president says, look, you obey him, you obey me. He goes into a coma, yeah? Or he goes on holiday, he leaves the country, yeah? Now he's got no contact with the vice president. The vice president has already been told if you obey, people have been already told if you obey the vice president, you're obeying the president who's in a coma or who's on holiday.
Yeah.
And if you disobey him, so the vice president is giving instructions to the people like he's the president.
Yes.
Yeah. He's not necessarily giving the instructions of the president. He's just saying this is what we're going to do, and I've got the authority of the president. He might even disagree with the president, and then he says whoever I appoint as a judge, for instance, yeah, if you obey them, you're obeying me, and therefore you're obeying the president who's on holiday or in a coma.
Yeah.
They've all got the same authority.
No, they don't.
Regardless.
No.
Even if he's giving instructions.
No,
that the
you're
president
wrong.
Disagrees with.
My friend, you're wrong.
Even if
You're wrong.
Because he's already been given the authority.
My friend, you're wrong.
Whatever he does, he is allowed to, because he just said if you obey him, you're obeying me.
Right.
And he goes on holiday and leaves
The Prime Minister of this country, right? The Prime Minister of this country, Keir Starmer, does he have a Chancellor? Is the Chancellor equal to is the Chancellor of the Exchequer, is he equivalent to the Prime Minister?
No, according to Bukhari.
No. You're coming with these weird examples.
Quran,
No, hold on 1 second.
It says if you obey him, you're obeying me, and if you obey that man, you're obeying God. And
Yes.
If you disobey that man, you're disobeying God. And if you disobey whoever that man appoints, yeah, you're disobeying me, and therefore you're disobeying God.
I don't know what you.
So in other words, it would be a bit like Keir Starmer saying that the vice president, whatever the chancellor does, you're obeying me, and whatever she says you shouldn't do, if you do it, you're disobeying me. So you're giving her the same authority as yourself. So Allah is giving Muhammad the same authority as him, and Muhammad is giving anyone he appoints the same authority as God.
Okay.
That is Bukhari 7147.
Look, I don't see what your misunderstanding is, or it's just maybe your understanding is slightly deficient. I don't know, right? I feel that it's quite clear to me that if you obey what Allah and His Messenger, if you obey what Allah has said through His Messenger, I don't see how you understand this to have equality. Hold on one second. Wait, well, hold on. I don't understand how you see that Allah is making himself equal with Prophet Muhammad. Allah is the one that's made Prophet Muhammad a prophet. And we have to obey what the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, has legislated. Because it all goes back to the Creator. For example, if you were living in the time of Moses, and you followed a legislation other than Moses, what would happen to you? I'm asking you a question. It's a genuine question. If you were living at the time of Moses and you decide, Moses said, follow me. Because if you follow me, you are obeying God. If you obey God, then there will be salvation for you. You would have paradise.
Moses went on to, like the hadith, he went on to say, and if you follow anyone I appoint, you're following me and therefore following God. He'd be giving that person the same authority. It's like if I'm in charge of this park, yeah, and I say to people, I'm going on a holiday to Jamaica, and I'm going to give you the power. If you obey everybody, if you obey him, you're obeying me. If you disobey him, you're disobeying him. And if you disobey anybody he appoints, you're disobeying me, and I'm off.
Yes.
Now you got my authority. You got the same power I have. You got the same power to do whatever you want that I have.
No.
Yeah, I'm on holiday.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah, I'm off.
You're wrong.
And I've already given you the authority because now everybody has to do what you say.
Okay, listen, you understand, right? The word waliyul amr, those who are being made to be positioned in authority above you. In Arabic, it's called waliyul amr.
Okay.
Those who are above you in authority, right? Now, if you obey what Allah has said, right? If you obey the ruler, and you follow what the ruler is saying to you, providing that the ruler is not telling you that you must open up a casino, providing, no, hold on one second. We have to take the Quran into consideration here, because the Quran, hold on one second. The Quran is the guide, right? The Quran is the guide. We also accept hadith. I accept hadith, right? But the Quran and hadith, they simultaneously have this, what's the right word? The Quran and the hadith, we can put them, the Quran in some ways explains certain parts of the Quran. For example, the Quran tells us that we must pray, right?
The Quran says if you obey the messenger, you obey.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. The Quran says that we should establish the prayer. The hadith explains how we should pray, right? It gives an explanation how we should pray, the positions that you should make. But the Quran is the ultimate guide, right? The Quran is the ultimate guide.
418,
so what I am
saying, Allah says, if you obey the messenger, you've obeyed Allah. And then if you go to a verse like 459, for example, it says, if you follow the Prophet, you're following. It says, if you follow the Prophet, you're following Allah. And there's another verse, 331, I think it says, if you want Allah to love you, follow the Prophet, then Allah will love you. So all of it is giving him the authority. And then in the hadith, he gives the authority to another person.
Okay, so what I'm saying, hold on. What I'm saying is that when we follow what Allah has says, the Quran says, "In kuntum tuhibbun Allah." If you love Allah, fattabi'uni, then follow me.
And then Allah will love
you. Allah will love you, right? So yes, so if you follow what Allah has legislated in His book, and you are following what the Prophet has come, yes, Allah will love you. Yes, there's no doubt about that. It's just like in your own. It's just like in your own book.
You have to follow everything He says.
Listen, what I'm saying to you is that, let's say, for example, in your own book, if you don't follow Jesus, if you don't follow what He's come with or legislation that He came with, and if you follow something other than what He's taught, then will God love you?
One's divine. Now, for example, if you don't eat, if the Prophet said eat 7 azwa days, will keep you safe from poison, yeah? Is that Allah's instructions or that His instructions?
Where's the hadith?
You wanna see the hadith? You don't know about it.
Show me the hadith.
Okay, you don't know about this.
Show me the hadith.
Okay. I know it's Bukhari. I think it's So you don't know about the Azwa dates?
I'm just asking you, show me the hadith. And I think, as I was saying before, right, you've completely twisted the conversation, but I'm not sure why, but...
I don't think I did. I think
You
I
did.
was talking.
You did, because we were talking about the divinity and you started talking about something else. So, how you doing, mate? You alright, yeah? You
I used to know this. How come you knew this? You don't know this.
Bro, I'm asking you, man.
The point of the matter is that if you follow the instructions of the hadith, are you following?
Look, I think. Listen, my friend. You're kind of diving all over the place, in my opinion.
Okay.
Right.
We're going to Bukhari 5445. Yeah. I said it was 547. So it's Bukhari 5445. So if you do this, who are you obeying?
Read it to me.
Okay. Our message said, who eats 7 Azwa dates every morning will not be affected by poison or magic on the day he eats them.
That's it.
That clearly goes against science. So if you say that's coming from Allah, you're saying that Allah is telling you to do something that's coming from science. If you say it's coming from Muhammad, then Muhammad, if you obey Muhammad, you're obeying Allah. So they both are teaching that if you eat 7 Azwa dates, it'll keep you safe from poison. And we know that's not true.
Okay, let's look at the equivalent to this, right? When Jesus said...
Is that true or not?
Okay, this is the hadith, what it says, right?
Is it true?
Well, I'm going to have to research this. And it says it, so yes, it does say that.
So you believe that if you eat 7 Azwa dates and you had rat poison...
No, my friend, no. No, like I said, I need to look into that. But what I'm saying is that if we look at the Bible where it says that you must drink something poisonous and nothing happened to you, would you accept that?
That's not the same argument.
Would you do that?
We're not making the same
argument.
No,
but would you do that though?
You're making an argument that if you've obeyed
but what I'm saying to you, I'm saying to you,
you would have to.
No, but why I'm saying
to you, to prove that if you did this, you're doing what Allah actually agrees with.
Like I said,
and that would kill you.
Like I said, I will look into that. But what I'm asking you is that if you drank any deadly poisonous thing, as Jesus said in the Bible, and nothing will happen to you, would you obey that? Would you do it? No, but would you do that? Jesus said in the book of Mark, hold on one second. Jesus said, whoever drinks any deadly poisonous thing, right, in the book of Mark chapter 15, nothing will happen to them. Would you do that?
Is that the same as this?
Are you a believer in Christ?
Is that the same as this?
Are you a believer in Christ?
But is that the same?
No, but you can't pelt stone.
You have to.
But you are no. But what you're doing, what you're doing is showing. What you're doing is showing your. I said no, but I said I will look into this. But what I am saying to you. But that makes you. Then we will do that. Then we do that. So let's talk about something that we are. Let's talk about something, right? That we can mutually agree on, because right now, hold on one second.
You are obeying Allah.
And if you do that, are you obeying Jesus? Are you obeying Jesus? See, you can't throw stones at an empty shell. What you're doing, what you're doing is hypocrisy. What you're doing is hypocrisy.
Still you'd have to defend.
What you're doing is hypocrisy. Are you a believer? Are you a believer? Are you a believer?
It's a bit like me saying that your shoes are dirty.
No, hold on one second.
No, it's a bit like me saying
are you a believer in Christ?
And then you defending your shoes by telling me my shoes are dirty.
Right.
Even if my shoes are dirty, you still have to explain why your shoes are dirty.
Okay.
You can't defend by diverting.
No. I'm not diverting. I said I will look into it. There's a difference. What I am saying. Okay, well, good. So now let's go back to the original conversation we were speaking about, which is the divinity of Jesus, right? Because at the end of the day, you still cannot answer that if. I was, but she's disappeared. She's gone.
Over there.
Okay, well, she's gone. Look, what I was saying, if you want to end the conversation, that's fine. I'm happy either way, right? I asked you a question earlier, right? Does Jesus? Yeah, of course you can. Sorry, yeah, of course you can. I asked you, does Jesus ever claim divinity in the New Testament? Does he ever claim that he is God Almighty? You said, and your answer is what? I am saying that there is no evidence for that.
Is that the word is eternal, both in the Quran and in the Hadith. We're both in the Quran and in the Hadith. Jesus is called the Word.
Right. Does he?
The word is uncreated both in the Quran and and in the Bible. So Jesus would have to, by definition, be eternal if he's uncreated.
Okay.
That's Quran 4171.
Right. Okay. So now let's look at John 1:1. Right, where this is coming from. Right. I'm going to quote it to you in Greek to prove to you that the word had a beginning.
This is the debate you was having with my debate.
I did, but she went.
She's over there.
Well, you want to invite her back? You can.
I don't think she wants to come back.
She was rude to me. She was rude to me.
Yeah.
You want to go?
We'll have a debate another time.
Okay, take care. Take care of
Next time
yourself.
we'll have it. I like debate with you. You're an intelligent man.
Take care of yourself.
Seriously, you're an intelligent man. We'll have another debate.
We'll do next time.
Yeah. Okay. Peace.
Take care.
Peace.
I started getting tired.
Oh no, we're gonna go. It's fine. So no, it's okay.
I don't know how you turn any of this equipment off. You need to turn
No,
it.
we can. It's fine.
We'll get there eventually.
Oh, sorry. I'm not sure which one is your one.
Where is it?
That's your
This is you. Who took it?
I'm not sure. I
This
don't.
is you.
That's your
Check me properly.
Where's that?